It was 1:15 a.m. on a Tuesday night in Memphis when Katt Williams realized he was starving. He had just finished his show at the FedEx Forum and was back in his hotel suite at the Peabody, too wired from the performance to sleep, but too exhausted to go out looking for food. "Everything's closed except pizza places," he muttered to himself, scrolling through delivery apps on his phone. He settled on Tony's Pizza, a local joint that claimed to deliver until 2 a.m., and ordered 2 large pizzas, breadsticks and a 2-liter of Coke. Enough food for 3 people, but Katt had learned long ago that it was better to have too much food than not enough. 35 minutes later, there was a knock at his door. Katt opened it expecting to see a typical delivery driver, but instead found himself looking at a young man, maybe 19 or 20, whose uniform was too big for his thin frame and whose eyes looked like they carried the weight of the world. "Pizza delivery for Williams," the young man said, his voice barely above a whisper. "That's me." Katt took the bags and handed him a $50 bill. "Keep the change." The delivery driver stared at the money in disbelief. "Sir, this is..." The pizza was only 23. "This is too much." "Nah, you earned it. Driving around this late at night, you deserve a good tip." But instead of leaving, the young man just stood there, looking at the 50 like it was a winning lottery ticket. His hands were shaking slightly. "You okay, young brother?" Katt asked. The driver looked up, and Katt could see tears forming in his eyes. "I'm sorry, Mr. Williams. This is the best night I've had in a really long time." Something in the kid's voice made Katt step aside. "What's your name?" "Tyler Johnson." "Well, Tyler Johnson, you look like you could use more than pizza delivery money tonight. Come in for a minute." Tyler hesitated. "I don't want to bother you, sir. You're probably tired. If I was too tired to talk, I wouldn't have invited you in. Come on." Tyler stepped into the luxurious hotel suite, his eyes widening at the space that was bigger than most apartments. Katt gestured to the couch and grabbed 2 plates from the kitchenette. "When's the last time you ate?" Katt asked, opening the pizza boxes. "Yesterday afternoon, I think. I've been working double shifts all week." "Just at the pizza place?" "No, sir. I work at Tony's from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Then I go to the warehouse at FedEx and work from 4 a.m. to noon. Then I try to sleep for a few hours before starting over." Katt stopped mid-bite. "That's 18 hours a day. When do you sleep?" "Maybe 4 hours if I'm lucky. Sometimes I sleep in my car between shifts." "Tyler, why are you working yourself to death like this?" Tyler's composure finally broke. The tears he'd been holding back started flowing freely. "My little sister Maya, we've been in foster care since our mom died 3 years ago, but we got separated 6 months ago. She's with a family in Nashville and I'm here in Memphis. Where's your father? Never knew him. It's just been me and Maya since Mom passed." Katt set down his pizza and gave Tyler his full attention. "Keep talking. The foster system, they don't like to keep siblings together, especially when one of them ages out soon. I turned 21 in 4 months, and they're already talking about Maya staying in Nashville permanently." Tyler wiped his eyes with his sleeve. "I'm trying to save enough money to get a place that's suitable for a 12-year-old girl. Need first and last month's rent, furniture, the state says if I can prove I'm stable and have adequate housing, they'll consider letting Maya come live with me." "How much do you need?" "About $8,000 total. I've saved $3,200 so far, but at this rate..." Tyler's voice trailed off. "Maya called me yesterday crying because the other kids at her foster home are mean to her. She asked me when she can come home, and I didn't know what to tell her." Katt felt a familiar ache in his chest. He thought about his own childhood, the instability, the feeling of being powerless to protect the people you love most. "Tyler, let me ask you something. If you had the money tomorrow, would you know what to do? How to find a place? How to handle the legal stuff with the state?" "I've been researching it for months. I know exactly what I need to do. I just don't have the resources to do it." Katt stood up and walked to the window, overlooking downtown Memphis. "What does Maya like to do?" Tyler's face lit up for the first time all night. "She's really smart. Loves to read, wants to be a veterinarian someday. She's always sending me pictures of dogs and cats she finds online." He pulled out his phone and showed Katt a text thread full of animal photos and heart emojis. "She sounds like a special kid. She's everything to me, Mr. Williams. She's the only family I have left." Katt turned back to Tyler. "What if I told you that Maya could be home with you by the end of the month?" What do you mean? I mean, what if someone helped you get that $8,000 you need, plus a little extra to make sure you and Maya have everything you need to start over? Tyler stared at him. Sir, I can't ask you to. You didn't ask. I'm offering. Katt sat back down across from Tyler. But I want something from you in return. Tyler's expression grew worried. What? I want you to promise me that when Maya gets here, you'll both focus on more than just surviving. I want you to go back to school, get your GED if you don't have it, maybe think about college, and I want Maya to have every opportunity to pursue her dreams. Mr. Williams, I'd do anything for my sister. I believe you would. That's why I'm going to help you. Katt pulled out his phone and made a call to his business manager. David, I need you to set up an account for someone. Yes, I know what time it is. $15,000 to start, and I want it available first thing in the morning. Tyler looked like he was going to faint. 15,000, Mr. Williams, that's too much. It's not too much. It's exactly what you need. 8,000 for the apartment, and everything else. 5,000 to help you get back in school, and 2,000 emergency fund, because life always throws curveballs. I don't know how to thank you. Don't thank me yet. Show me that this investment was worth it. Send me pictures when Maya moves in. Send me her report cards. Send me updates about your progress in school. Tyler was crying again, but these were different tears. Why are you doing this for us? Katt was quiet for a moment. Because somebody did it for me once. When I was coming up, there were people who saw potential in me when I couldn't see it in myself. They gave me chances I didn't think I deserved. So you pay it forward. Exactly. And someday, when you're successful and stable, you'll help someone else the way I'm helping you. That's how it works. 3 weeks later, Katt was back in Los Angeles when his phone rang. It was Tyler. Mr. Williams, she's here. Maya's here. Katt could hear the excitement and tears in Tyler's voice. In the background, he could hear a young girl laughing. How's she settling in? She loves her new room. She's already made friends with the neighbor's dog. And sir, I got some good news. I signed up for classes at Southwest Community College. I'm going to study business administration. That's what I'm talking about. Put Maya on the phone. A moment later, a soft voice came through the phone. Mr. Williams. Hey there, Maya. How do you like your new home? It's perfect. Tyler got me a bookshelf and filled it with veterinary books. And we have our own kitchen where I can help cook dinner. That sounds wonderful. Are you taking good care of your big brother? Yes, sir. I make sure he eats real food and not just pizza. Katt laughed. Good girl. You keep him in line. 6 months later, Tyler sent Katt a photo that made him tear up all over again. It was Maya at a science fair, standing next to a project about animal care, holding a first-place ribbon and grinning from ear to ear. The text read, "She won, and Mr. Williams, I made Dean's List this semester. We're keeping our promise." But the moment that meant the most came a year after that night in the hotel room. Katt was performing in Memphis again, and Tyler and Maya came to the show. Afterward, they met him backstage. Maya, now 13 and clearly thriving, ran up and hugged him. Uncle Katt, he asked, looking at Tyler. Tyler smiled. That's what she calls you. Hope that's okay. More than okay. Maya pulled back from the hug. Uncle Katt, Tyler says you saved us, but I think you saved him more than me. What do you mean, sweetheart? Tyler was so sad before. He tried to hide it, but I could tell. Now he smiles all the time. He even sings in the shower. Tyler turned red. Maya, Katt laughed. Well, singing in the shower is definitely a sign of happiness. As they talked, Tyler pulled Katt aside. Mr. Williams, I need to tell you something. That night you invited me in, I was at the end of my rope. I'd been working those crazy hours for months. Barely sleeping, barely eating, and I was starting to think I was never going to be able to bring Maya home. What changed? You didn't just give me money, you made me believe that good things could happen to people like us. Good things happen to people who work for them. You earned everything you have. Maybe, but you made it possible. Tyler reached into his backpack and pulled out an envelope. This is for you. Inside was a handwritten letter from Maya. Dear Uncle Katt, Tyler says I should write you a letter to say thank you, but I don't think there are enough words. You gave me my brother back, and you gave us both a real home. But most of all, you taught us that family isn't just about blood. Sometimes family is a pizza delivery that changes your whole life. Love, Maya and Tyler too. As Katt read the letter, He felt the same tears that had started this whole journey over a year ago, but these were good tears. These were the kind of tears that remind you why success is worth sharing. You know what the crazy part is? Katt said to Tyler and Maya as they prepared to leave. What's that? Tyler asked. I ordered that pizza because I was hungry, but you fed me something I didn't even know I was starving for. What's that? Maya asked. The reminder that the best part of being blessed is being able to bless others. Tyler now owns 2 pizza franchises and is studying for his. Maya, now 15, volunteers at the local animal shelter and has already been accepted to 3 pre-veterinary programs for when she graduates high school. And every year on the anniversary of that late-night pizza delivery, they have the same tradition. They order pizza, sit around their dining room table, and talk about how one moment of kindness can change everything. Because sometimes the most important deliveries aren't the ones you order, they're the ones that arrive exactly when you need them most.